starts here. I've put my neck on the line. I have been insulted, I've been mocked, I've been abused. People say you're no longer an analyst. People say you're a laugh. You have pretty much just insulted everything to do with football analysis by the things that you've said. And you know what? It's fine, you know. I've kept very quiet. The beauty about football is that you can talk all you want. The stuff is done on the pitch. All that matters is what happens on the pitch. I can talk up, down. All that matters is on the pitch. So for Chelsea, it's a bit tricky. So basically, it's a bit tricky. Easy, chill. We're having a meal. We're having a meal. I think your boy Ford is going to come now. So we're going to do like a live watch along, and I think we're going to get a meal. So I'm just trying to think of what meal me and Ford are going to get. We might have champagne. We might have champagne. So, okay, chill. So, we're trying to figure out something that's happened because Kante is injured. Your boy, shout out to your boy Blue Lions, Manini FC, top. That guy taking things to the next level. Let's get serious right now. So, Lampard had to really rejig things based on injuries and guys missing. So I think what he was riding with was this back three. This back three and the wing backs. It's tricky, but it's worked. 5-2-6, it works. You know, I would have definitely liked Rudiger in this back three because I think this is a very young back three. Because see, whenever you're riding with a back three, look at all of the great back threes. Whether it's the Maldini, Nesta, Costa, whether it's Chiellini, Bonucci, and Bazzali. Grown men play back three. It's a grown man defensive formation. So that has me worried. But I do think that, you know what? Entrust in the boys, which is why your boy Kante is so important. But look, right with it. I'm not sure how effective Alonso was in that game, but I think that in this position, he isn't required to do as the defending that he has to do. It's not really all on him if it's a back four. So if he's like, you know what, you're a left wing back, you're pretty much a left winger, go up in there and really try and provide and allow for the switch on the left. Let's see what happens, because we know that Alonso is a brick defensively. Aspi is solid defensively. Has this dude ever? Sorry, oh, very sorry. So has this dude ever been around here? Just out of curiosity, has this dude ever actually been in this position? Like, when last did Aspi actually get here? Literally, this is the maximum that he gets to, and then he does like his famous early cross, which would always be headed down by Morata, but Morata's not here anymore. So that's the issue. Chelsea literally don't have any cheddar down on the right. They have no cheddar on the right. But I think for Alonso, he definitely does offer that upwards. So that's a plus. It's just that is why this back three helps, because Tomori, Zuma, people, and even Kovacic and Jorginho have to help support Alonso. But I think the key thing here is the distribution and the usage of the ball is that intense, because Chelsea have to beat a dog when it's down. No offense to dogs or canines out there, it's going to be a dog when it's down. You're playing a team who got realized 5-2. They got realized by Barcelona 5-2. So based on realization, Chelsea have to look for that circumcision. Realization to circumcision. And I think the key to that is the distribution of the ball. They pass the ball, clear passes. And I think Pulisic, you know what? I wasn't impressed with William. William was very impressive. So I do think that the movements, the speed and the agility of Pulisic, I think, is something that can really cause Valencia some problems. But when I was just watching that game, Barcelona against Valencia, okay, Barcelona play very differently from Chelsea. But I think what was the key thing? The key thing here is take shots. Silicon integrates keeper. So I think Lampard has to tell these guys that Jorginho, take a shot. Kovacic, you can't score. So, but guys like Pulisic, Mount, especially Abraham, shoot on sight. Shoot on sight. Turn, boom, shoot. So I think it is very key that Chelsea creates situations and scenarios where they can get those shots off. So where Valencia are concerned, so it gets tricky right now. So you obviously got your boy Gabriel and Garay in there. Silicon, that is the weak point for the team. Silicon is the weak point. That guy is a brick. Valencia's midfield is going to be very important because I think that is why I believe I don't think Kondogbia played in the game on the weekend, so him coming in is going to be huge because him and Coquelin, they have to be the destroyers, they have to be the disruptors, and I think what they would, I think it's Lelis as the coach, what he will want them to do is tactical fouls, slow the game down, press Jorginho, especially Jorginho and Kovacic, who like to have time on the ball, press them so Chelsea do not get in their passing game. And I think what Valencia will be hoping for is that, you know, these guys will come at us, they're a very attacking team. Let us, what can we do on the transition? So it is how Pareo can carry the ball, very tricky player, captain of the side, the brains and the pretty much Geppetto playmaker of the side. You see him carrying the ball, and that's the thing, it depends what Guedes shows up. I still think this guy's essentially a brick, but he could have a Copa del Rey final game where he's solely like really crucial. This is the dude. That right there is the dude. That is, for me, that is Valencia's best player. The most important player and the best player, because he can hurt you from deep. He can hurt you from aerial. He can hurt you inside into the box. Very skillful. So I think what Valencia wants is if they get Rodrigo the ball to feet and they can get him the ball in good areas, he has the ability to turn, create a space for his own shots, and he has the skill set to really cause Chelsea some issues. But we're dealing with psychology here, you know, and I think that this is where Lampard's system and approach could really pay serious dividends. Very attacking, very offensive, constant running, constant pressing, very offensive. And with the way that Tammy Abraham has been playing, the way Mount has been linking through, it's been huge. You see, if ever there was a game for Pulisic to rise up and say, what's up, it's this game. Because Pulisic has to understand that you're not going to get any help from Azpilicueta. You're not going to be able to combine with anything with Azpilicueta there. Whereas for Mount, you'll be able to ride through with what he does. Almost be tempted to do this. Because Pulisic needs to get his confidence. So if Pulisic can combine different 1-2 different transitions with Alonso, I think that can get the best out of Pulisic. See, for Mount really is much more of this. He plays much more in the middle, and I think Mount's role is really to be the number 10. You go out wide if you need to, Abraham goes out wide if you need to, but most of the time, 70% of the time, he is operating in this area here, and his job is to take shots, so listen as a break, take shots, try and carry the ball and thread that ball through into Abraham, try and look for that 1-2 back and forth and try to create something from this number 10 or from this position over here. And I think for Pulisic, it's about combining with Alonso. Get those combinations with Alonso to try and open something up for an Abraham, for a Mount. So, I mean, for me, Chelsea have to win this game. Not because they have to win this game because it's at home, opening game, but it's against a Valencia side who are reeling. So if Valencia still had Marcelino, this would be a tough game. But I think based on how Valencia got slacked down, they're missing Marcelino, and I think the team definitely mentally, psychologically aren't really in there. I think this is where you really have to grab them through. So that's why the midfield battle is going to be huge, but also as well defensively. Because see, that is why I am not too worried about these young bucks getting that defense because of how I'm looking at Valencia now. If this was an Ajax or a Lille with Victor Osimhen for Lille or with David Neres for Ajax, then this would be worrisome. But I think these guys can cope. Tomorrow was damn good, and and Zuma he's up in there. Christensen is up in there. So, but I think that's the key here for Chelsea is maintaining that rhythm, but also being wary of the ball to Rodrigo, because what all Valencia will be looking for is Rodrigo. That is the most danger man. Guedes, I just don't know what Guedes you're going to get. You're going to get a really good Guedes to get a trash Guedes. So I think what Valencia will be looking for is we're going to suffer a lot, but if we can just win the ball and quickly counter and get Rodrigo that ball in a danger area, that is where I think Valencia can try to steal a G or two. So it is very important that these three are very, very cognizant of the movement. The key thing, the movements of Rodrigo. Rodrigo makes very intelligent movements. And Chelsea have been a side who they can sleep. And they have been caught unawares. But look, man, I think, look, the game is there to be won. The game is there to be won. So, 2-0. 2-0. I think Chelsea can take this 2-0. I think Mount is going to G up. I think Tammy might G up as well. I think Tammy and Mount might G up. I think the two young bucks may G up. But I think the game is there for Chelsea to take also. It would be very, if Chelsea either draw or lose this game, man. I mean that it would almost pretty much be a disaster. That's as far as I say. Because this is based on how Chelsea are playing, how I know that they can play, how much this team are coming together, the chemistry within this team, building up to the Wolves game, and how I'm looking at this Valencia side, and they're not trash. They still had some good bits in that Barcelona game against a very tough Barca side, but that's a Barcelona side without Messi. And a Barcelona side without Messi and without Cannibal for much of the game. So you're adding in everything into it, man. Chelsea have to take care of business. So I'm saying 2-0 to Chelsea. Remember, guys, remember to subscribe, smash that like button, hit that flipping like button, and join me and Ford as we'll be doing a live watch along for the game as well. And also become a patron for more content. Peace out, stay true, stay black. Let's ride. Support your boy HH and become a patron. Click in the description box below and gain extra content based on the tier of patronage you acquire. Click on the description box below to learn more. Thanks for your support. Peace out.